Right. Ilia Topuria. The man is back. He went through a divorce. They've reached a settlement. Everything's all good. He wants to come back. He wants to fight Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje apparently wants to fight him. There's talks of the main event at the White House. This is how it's supposed to go. Thank God.
Yeah.
Because Justin was calling out the winner of Max versus Charles. I get it because Ilia was away.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But that's not what should be happening. It should be Justin, the interim title or the interim champ, fights the undisputed. Thankfully, normal service has resumed, and that is what we're going to see.
You know, it feels like he is starting to separate himself from the division a little bit. The guy has amazing power, and he is knocking out the best fighters that we've ever seen in the divisions that he's competing in. You're talking about a gentleman that knocked out Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski while he was at featherweight, then goes to 155 and knocks out Charles Oliveira. It'll be very difficult for anyone to believe that anybody in this weight class can truly challenge him. But Justin Gaethje reminded us that when you overlook him, things have a habit of working out in Justin Gaethje's way.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be interesting. I think that Ilia hits like a truck, and so does Gaethje, and I think if Gaethje prepares properly and gets ready for this fight, it should be a fun one.
Now, when I look forward to Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje, I think Ilia Topuria is just way too disciplined on the feet. I think he has the knockout power. You look what he's done against Charles Oliveira. You look what he's done against Max Holloway. Ilia Topuria is very strategic, disciplined, where he's going to have his hands up. He's going to pot. He's going to get a look at what's going on. I just feel like he's a way cleaner boxer, and he puts his combinations together, 1, 2, 3, nothing overzealous. But a fight's a fight. Anybody get knocked out.
We've disrespected Gaethje enough over the last month, haven't we? I mean, we sent him out there against Patty as a 2-1 underdog. My own partners of DraftKings, and I supported it. I did not think Gaethje was going to win. History says it generally goes to the younger guy. Gaethje's talked about this could be my last fight. Release me. I don't even want to be here anymore. And generally when a guy talks like that, he's got one foot in and one foot out, and it doesn't go well. Gaethje looked like one nasty son of a gun to me. So this whole idea that Ilia's going to come back and that belt is just waiting for him, that's a little bit strong. Or the whole idea that if we want to create a narrative where perhaps the great Ilia could lose, the only way we can do that is to move him up a weight and go against Islam. I'm not quite there. Justin Gaethje's a real guy. Justin Gaethje, in front of everything, more than being good at fighting, is good at competing. He does not wilt in the back, and he doesn't wilt in the cage.
You know, with the amount that I'm gonna have to sacrifice, the work I'm gonna have to put in, and the challenge that is Ilia Topuria on the White House card, you know, I would never state publicly that I would be done after that, but that would be a fight where if I accomplish that, I am successful, then, you know, it would not be a dumb idea to not do it again.
No, like, let's be real. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Everyone put their honest hat on. Like, after watching Paddy Gaethje, like, who the thinks Gaethje can beat Ilia? Like, yeah. And I'm not saying this shit.
No, but
no, I'm not saying this shit. Like, I am at that level of shit. Like, I'm just, like, I'm shit at some stuff. Like, look, I fought fucking Arman, and then he made me look like dog shit. He would make both Paddy and Gaethje look like that. And I feel like Ilia would. Like, I feel like right now, and the sport is all about timing.
Mm-hmm.
The sport is 100% about timing and momentum, and guys when they're at their like physical peak and stuff like that. Right now, who I would want to see in a fight is Arman and Ilia. Like, that's a bro. We'll flip the coin. I think that's a good fight. I feel like that's a
love that fight.
I feel like that's a close fight.
It's going to be tough, just stylistically. It doesn't bode well for Justin Gaethje. I mean, Justin Gaethje's always had a little trouble with better punchers, better boxers. Like, historically, if you look at his career, Eddie Alvarez, outboxed him. Dustin Poirier, the first time, he outboxed him. And Ilia is the cleanest boxer of all of them. And Justin's not younger than he was before. So it'll be tough for him. But we've seen stranger things happen in this game. It's an uphill battle for Justin Gaethje to beat Ilia Topuria, but I'm not going to put him in the grave as of yet. But I'm sure that the betting lines will be very skewed one way.
That's going to be a tough fight, but Gaethje does have the power that could change a fight at any time, and technicality really could go out the window, because there's no question that Ilia is just on a whole different level when it comes to just as far as being a technical fighter, having balance on his feet as a boxer. He's got great takedown defense, very good jiu-jitsu. Gaethje doesn't use offensive wrestling, so you would think he'd be on his feet with him, and Gaethje's not going to be able to like pick him apart like he did against Tony Ferguson, where we probably seen the most like strategic version and best version technical of Gaethje. So it would be a really tough fight for him. I agree with that.
That fight needs to happen. If you are a champion and you're an interim champion, you're supposed to fight. Remember the madness that we had with John Jones and Tom Aspinall. That went on for ages. Tom went off defending the interim belt against Curtis Blades. And then the fight never even materialized after Tom sat on the sidelines for quite some time. I thought we were going to have another similar shit show in the lightweight division, but we're not. Ilia's back, and you know Ilia ain't scared of no one. Yes, he wanted to fight Islam Makhachev at 170 pounds.
But with Islam, it's not going to happen. Islam is so huge and in another level. The stupid move, I think, if he do this, and he will lose everything. But he got the power to fight in lightweight. So, and Gaethje, I don't think that it will be a good fight for Gaethje if they fight. We see Gaethje's fight was like so good, but you know, he missed a lot of punches. But with the Ilia is not a good idea, like do striking, and if he touch him, he will knock him out.
I think Justin, just based on the type of fighter he is, he could put anybody away. You know, he has the power and the grit and the balls to stand there and swing with anybody. So yeah, I do think it's a possibility. Is it, you know, if you weigh the odds, I mean, the odds are definitely in Topuria's favor. He's got dynamite in his hands. He's super technical. Whereas I don't know, I wouldn't say Gaethje's not technical. He's just like maybe not as clean as Topuria. So I don't know if Topuria can find these holes. Obviously I'm buddies with Gaethje, and would love for it to, like I said, we'd love for him to go out there and, you know, get Topuria and get his hand raised and walk away with, like a champ. That would be an amazing story. So, but it's a tall mountain to climb.
You know, it should be. It should be. If you want to talk about, you know, being fair competitively. You know, especially in the performance that he puts, like, why wouldn't you? Right. You know, in the perfect picture, you would want Justin to fight Ilia, beat him at the White House while being an American. Now, will that happen? Fuck. But as much as we're kind of glazing and praising Justin, Ilia is different.
I'm really sorry for all those Justin Gaethje fans out there, including myself and Max Crosby. But Ilia Topuria by knockout feels like the early play. Of course, we have to see it all play out. Ilia Topuria will be off for a full year by the time he gets back in there. Now, the good news is it seems some of those personal issues in the follow-up of his divorce seem to be ironed out. He'll now get to train in his world-class gym in the basement of his Madrid home as part of the settlement there. I expect Ilia Topuria to not only come back at full speed, but hungry as ever.
And the story of Ilia Topuria, as it was being told, largely had to do with the family. She was in the media buildups. She was in the ring looking like $1 million. The child was in the ring. He's in a suit and, you know, he looks great. And they show some footage of him doing his own training. I'm just saying, like, the family was a big part of the story. And so Ilia is having to let that go. You've got an emotional drain. You've got a massive financial drain. Whatever Ilia had, he's now got half of. Whatever he's going to make, he's now going to make half of, right? I don't know the details of it, but I'm sharing with you, like, the idea of fighting because you want to, I think, was a big piece of Ilia Topuria. And then the concept of, I've got to go out there and fight because this is what I do. This is how I earn. That is now going to be a new piece for a period of time with Ilia. Does that change things?
His messy divorce, his split, I don't really care about the details of it. It's not really interesting to me one way or the other. However, it is in this particular sense, narrowly, namely that it has come to a close. At least it seems like it's come to a close. He and his, I guess, ex-wife have come to some kind of an agreement, and he put out sort of a bunch of stuff on social media indicating, you can see here, he's going to go back to training. You can see he's already, well, I mean, I guess he never really stopped, but he kind of indicated that he's unbridled now at this point to return. Should this bout against Justin Gaethje, right, the unification, so to speak, of the UFC lightweight title, should this headline the White House card?
If you think about someone that exemplifies all the hoopla of what this card has turned into, I believe Justin Gaethje is that one guy that is a must to be on that card.
100%.
And not just a must. There's a lot of speculations going on. Oh, is Conor going to come back? Is John going to fight Pereira? Which Dana is kind of, is not uncertain about. But I believe with performance like this man has delivered each and every time, I believe Justin and Ilia potentially becomes the headliner.